Welcome to Module 3 of USCB's Mentor-Mentee Training. Module 3 is all about the do's and don'ts. The objectives of Module 3: first, to describe a good mentor; second, to describe a good mentee; and third, to describe and explain how we can improve the USCB experience for all through mentor-mentee training and support. Next slide. Do's and don'ts for mentor-mentee here at USCB. The following information is borrowed from Bowling Green State University on mentors for use as applicable to USCB situations. And this page talks about what makes a good mentor, what a mentor does. In the first column, you will see 4 activities that a mentor does, and the second column will describe 4 activities that mentors do not do. For the list of what mentor does, first is to listen, to function as a sounding board. Second, to criticize constructively and point out areas that need improvement, focusing on mentee's behavior, never his character, his or her character. Third, support and facilitate, to provide networking experience, to share knowledge, to offer assistance. Fourth, to teach by example and serve as a role model for adhering to the highest values in every area of life. Now, on the second side, we have what a mentor does not do. First, protect from experience. Do not assume the role of problem solver. Second, take over. Do not do what the mentee should be doing. There needs to be, for this part, a mechanism of how you expect the mentors to do the work and not do the work for them. Third, to force. Do not attempt to force a mentee in just one direction or in one direction where you intend to go. Let mentees have multiple directions. And the fourth is to use undue influence. Do not use a sense of obligation to influence the mentee's professional decisions. Next slide, please. This is a continuation of the do's and don'ts for the mentor. First column, what a mentor does. Encourage and motivate. Help mentees to consistently move beyond their comfort zone. Next, promote independence. Give the mentees every opportunity to learn by experience. Next, promote balance. Serve as a model for balance between professional and personal needs and obligations. And the last is to take pride in the success of their mentees, to recognize that students may rise to greater levels than those who trained them. In the last column, we have what a mentor does not do. Lose critical sight. Do not allow friendship to shade over into favoritism. And finally, condemn. Do not convey to the mentees that honest mistakes are career-altering disasters. And something else that's not mentioned here, that a mentor has significant impact on their mentees that goes beyond the time period of the mentorship. It may take place 2 years after the mentorship, 5 years, or even 10 years. But the mentor has significant impact on the direction of the career of their mentees, and they can either guide to greatness or, unhappily, some mentors have detracted their mentees from getting into better situations. So a mentor must need to understand the importance of the impact they have on their mentees. Another information that needs to be added here is that the pressure that can be taking place with the mentor with regards to multiple requirements of their time. Perhaps the mentor needs to teach and needs to be in committees and needs to be with community and has a lot of pressures. And this should not be used against the mentorship's relationship, and that there should be a commitment on the side of the mentor that they will designate specific time with this mentorship relationship. Next slide. On this page, we will talk about the mentees and what a good mentee is and what a good mentee does. The first column talks about taking initiative to recognize the need for mentoring and seeking it out. Second, avoid perfectionism. There are going to be mistakes and to learn from them. Third, to maintain balance, to preserve time for family and friends as well. Fourth, to work hard and be prepared to give your best. Fifth, to support your peers, exchange personal information, to exchange personal and professional support with fellow trainees. The second column talks about what a mentee does not do. Avoid difficulties. Do not expect mentors to solve your problems. Sidestep work. Do not expect mentors to do the work that you should be doing. Staying in your comfort zone. Do not shy away from learning new experiences. Taking advantage. Do not use friendship with a mentor as a tool to avoid work or escape consequences. Last on this page, bottle it up. Do not avoid talking about problems. Continuation of what a good mentee does. First column, take responsibility for long-term results of the work. Second, welcome experience and be enthusiastic about pursuing a wide range of professional experience. And last, seek counseling, seek advice if there are problems with depression, substance abuse, burnout, and others. And the last column talks about what a mentee does not do is to let your ego get in the way, to recognize that everyone has something to teach you. Next slide. Mentor-mentee support at USCB. USCB encourages open communications with situations that may arise between mentors and mentees as described in the previous pages and in this training. If a situation remains unresolved, we ask participants to reach out by email, first to their mentor, then their mentor supervisor. There are also mechanisms through USCB's Office of Human Resources accessible through this link. Next slide. You have just completed Module 3.